Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Hope you enjoyed that game. It was one with a lot of fantasy interest. I had a fair few players myself, so came out of that one pretty decently on face value. There was one player I didn't own, Mr. Tevaga. I was full on hate watching him all game, I'll admit it. I love to do that against players I don't have in my team. I was doing it with Herbie last night, I was doing it with Jazz tonight. And once again, at halftime, it was looking awesome. Jazz was on 14 after 40 minutes. And I was like, yeah, there's no way he's going to play 80. So he's probably going to play 60 or so minutes, 65 maybe. If he can double that, he'll get to 28 and I'm coming out of this clean. Yeah, not so much. He got a 63 in the end, which is just absurd, really. He played 80. There were a few injuries in that Manly team. I know Simpkin went off for a little bit, which meant Jazz stayed on. But even when Simpkin came back on with like 10 minutes left, Jazz came on. I was like, Jazz stayed on, sorry. I was like, finally, he's going to come off. I'm all good. He's got like his 55 or whatever. No, he stayed on, got another 8. So yeah, it was a really impressive performance. He made 50 tackles. He had like 9 negative points in the second half as well and still got a 49. So yeah, like a 58-point half without a try or try assist is pretty crazy. He was just in everything. Made a bunch of tackles, had 3 offloads, the tackle break, and I think he's going to update pretty well. He definitely had a run with 2 tackle breaks, and he was already on 1, and he finished the game on 1. So yeah, he potentially gets 2. I don't know. They're super inconsistent with it, but if you have him, he's a great chance of updates. Yeah, I can't see any world where he's going to go below 63. I watched him a lot, probably more than my players, just because I was rooting against him. But yeah, really good performance. Obviously, a lot of people have him, so well done to you. He was a great option. I just couldn't fit him in my team, and pretty spewing I didn't have him now. Yeah, played 80, which is crazy. I knew he was going to be better this week with Turbo out, Jakey Turbo that is. Yeah, but didn't expect 80 and didn't expect a 63, so spewing there. Yeah, the rest of my team did all right. Probably the one I wanted to score the best out of all of them was Garrick. He's slightly less owned. I know it's like 50, 60% anyway, so it doesn't matter too much, but he was slightly less owned and he was one of 2 that I was actually locked into. And yeah, he did the worst. 34 is not like the worst score. It wasn't a Manly sort of game. Only got 1 conversion, wasn't involved in any attacking stats. So yeah, like a 34, not concerned about that. Riley Smith, he's about 60% owned as well, so I wanted him to do well, and he got a 53. Would have been a lot nicer if Jazz got a 30, 35, but yeah. As a standalone, I'll take a 53 all day. He was really good. My bench, like obviously those scores are amazing, and I'm not going to complain about that by any means. But as I talked about in a couple of videos, I was actually hoping for a few bad scores here. I did need one of Cartonga or Lucas to do well, and with some mixed news about Lucas tonight, I'm pretty stoked that I can lock in Cartonga's 55. I wasn't necessarily sold on getting Egan Butcher, so yeah, I'm one step away from not having to bring him in. If Lucas scores well, I'm just going to probably 40 plus even. I'm not going to make a trade. And Iongi with a 67 is awesome. Again, I was kind of rooting against him, but he's only 30% owned in the top teams. So it did actually work out well with a big score. And yeah, after his try and he was on 40, I was just rooting for him to go big. And yeah, he went massive. So really happy with that. He'll make a bit of money now. And it does mean Tamale is expendable. So even though I didn't necessarily need Iongi's score, I'm pretty stoked he got it as well. Just because, yeah, I wanted to trade Tamale over Toya, and now I can because I don't have any need to play Tamale unless I don't want to get Egan Butcher, and I can just shift him up here if Lucas scores badly. So, yeah, heaps of things to do. I have so many loop options, and I'm not going to use... I'm just going to get their scores anyway, so I was kind of keen for heaps of mid-round trades, but, yeah, again... points on the board means more than anything, so I'm not going to complain at all. So yeah, really good game from fantasy-wise, from players in my team and not in my team. Yeah, a bit of news about Lucas. The Mole said he was out, like Moley, and then like half an hour later, I can't remember who it is, but like the Knights insider guy said he was playing, and yeah, so he looks like he's playing. Moley came out and said his sources were bad. Yeah, probably one to watch. Like, there's a bit of mixed reviews. NRL Physio said he is playing as well, but I think he was quoting the Knights guy. So, yeah, by all accounts, he is playing, but probably one to watch. Like, he doesn't sound like he's 100% by any means. So, yeah, I'd be looping if you can. I still am, obviously. Yeah, if you have 13, don't worry about it. But, like, there's no need to trade him out or anything. But he's just one to watch for this week. We'll see how he goes. The re-injury rate is high, so yeah, I'd be looping him if you can, but not concerned if you can't. And the other news, Herbie, what an effort. He was in hospital for a couple of days prior to the match. No one knew he was in doubt. But yeah, he only, like on Wednesday night, apparently, he said he's no shot at making the game. And to then play on a Thursday is pretty crazy. He flew in from Brisbane Hospital at like midday on Thursday, I think. And then, yeah, suited up and obviously got his 55 or whatever in fantasy. He did look a lot less involved in real life, like less runs and stuff, and that probably explains it. He had like a leg infection or something and got really sick. But yeah, a 55 with that and in wet weather is crazy. So yeah, good on him for his owners getting that score. Yeah, we'll get into this game now. So Eels put the Eagles to the sword, which is good because I tipped the Eels. They were underdogs, but yeah, I just thought in wet weather, anything could happen, and I think DC is a massive loss, and Eels looked right. Yeah, obviously it wasn't even wet in the end, but I'll take the win anyway. Dean Hawkins took out the scoring overall, which is crazy. He had 4 try assists. He would have potentially been an option if he was cheaper, but he's like 450k or something, I think. We'll find out in a second. Yeah, like 420k, so he was never an option. Yeah, really good performance in real life. He really led that team. 640 metres is crazy. And yeah, like, are you concerned if you're the Knights with Dylan Brown not doing anything this year with Moses out? Like 48 kick metres is shocking. Like, you just didn't see him all game, and the Eels were really good. So yeah, he obviously has got a monster price tag in real life. What 1.2 million or something, and locked in for a 10-year deal. Yeah, he hasn't looked great. I still back him. He's young. I think he's a great talent, but yeah, he doesn't seem like a leader, so I don't know if I'd be paying him that much. Iongi, yeah, 67 is awesome. He got it like a clear-cut try assist to Hopgood and didn't get that for like 15 minutes, and I was like, what's going on? Like, surely he gets it in updates. And yeah, he eventually got it, which is good. He had like a potential offload in that one. He sort of got grabbed as he passed it, so I don't think he'll get it. But I'm surprised it wasn't a line break or a line break assist either. It was off a kick, then rebounded into his hands, but there was still a line to break. So potentially he updates there. But yeah, obviously a 67 is awesome either way. 9 tackles, which is crazy, without a miss as well. 260 metres. So yeah, I've talked about him like he looks good in real life. He hasn't got many fantasy points to show for it. But yeah, like his run meters are huge. His tackle breaks are usually decent. He makes half breaks all the time. So yeah, it was clear he was going to have big games in him. And yeah, he's performed at the perfect time. I'm probably still going to get rid of him prior to round 15, if not in like 2 weeks. But yeah, I'll absolutely take a 67 this round and a bit of price rise before I do trade him, because it is going to be a little bit hard to get like your Kaloa-Matungis and Aitkins and Jaden Campbells within the next 3 weeks. So any extra money is really good. Jack Williams, I was going to get him in if Horsburgh did make Origin. Didn't have to in the end. Didn't love him as an option, but I thought he had a chance to do well. Didn't expect 73 minutes. He played like 65 last week, and I thought that was on the upper end of his spectrum. It might have been even 70 minutes, but yeah, really good. He scored a try, 5 missed tackles. But yeah, 59 is really good in 73 minutes. And if he's going to play those minutes long term, then I think he's going to start to become a really good option. Obviously, without the try, he didn't get a line break for that. I think he had a tackle break, so it would have been like a 49 in a side they dominated possession. So yeah, really good. Close to 200 metres as well, so he'll become an option soon enough if those minutes continue. Hopgood, 52 minutes, slightly better than usual, and 59 minutes is really good. Obviously scored the try. Iongi's try assist wasn't to Jack Williams, it was to Hopgood. But yeah, Hopgood, 59 and 52 minutes is really good. He also had a try, but 42 tackles is really good, especially when Eels dominated possession. Didn't have too many run meters, which is funny. Yeah. that's the sort of performance we want to see from him. The minutes are close to being where we want them. Ideally, like 60 to 65 is his sweet spot. But yeah, it's good to see they trusted him a bit more in this one, and they obviously won huge, so that's good. Kartonga, he's looked so good in real life lately. A 55 in fantasy is awesome for his price point, but yeah, like he just looks amazing. Like every run, he looks like he's going to bust through. Only had the one offload to ground today, but he was still looking to pop it out the back. He was getting wrapped up. They were yelling offload every time, like the Manly boys were every time he ran the ball. So yeah, they're clearly onto it. But yeah, he looks phenomenal in real life. Had like a 43-meter line break as well, busting off 2 tackles. And yeah, just really solid performance in real life. I think he's going to be a force in the next couple of years. And yeah, just keep riding his 50s as he gets them. Riley Smith with a 54. Yeah, nothing wrong with that at all. 56 tackles, so he's back. I think he's had like 3 of the last 4 games of 56, 56, and 57 tackles. Only the 3 misses, which is awesome. He just has a tendency to bounce off with his small frame, but yeah, held on to most of them tonight. Oh yeah, 56, 57, 58. Yeah, held on to most of them tonight. Yeah, you'll take 3 missed tackles in a 56 tackle performance. Only had the 2 runs again, which is actually more than usual somehow. And then 1 kick. So yeah, good performance. You can probably get rid of him before round 15, but he'll make a bit more money now, which is good. Junior Barlow in his 250th game. That's awesome for him. His minutes have been really good. I'm just glad to get the win. Not a fantasy option per se, but yeah, good to see him get the win in his 250th. Jordan Samrani, he had like 8 tackle breaks after 20 minutes or something. He was on 35, and I was like, what has this bloke done? Like he's like he scored a try, but like it was weird. Like I just didn't see 8 tackle breaks, but obviously I'm not watching him. But yeah, he was somewhat of an option a couple of weeks back. I think a few people picked him up, but yeah, really good game. Joash Papali, yeah, they had trouble and they've confused me now because the commentators kept calling him Papali'i, but it's Papali. Yeah, he came on after 1 minute with Will Penasini getting injured. And yeah, he looked really good. He had a try assist, busted through a few tackles. Yeah, he just looked sharp. A few plays that weren't fantasy relevant, but yeah, his hands were just really good. Yeah, he's obviously small, but I think he's got a game for the NRL, probably at fullback eventually, but yeah, he looked good. Nothing more than a cash out. He was on the bench, so obviously you weren't expecting him to do well, but yeah, he had a bit of a fan club at the game, so it was good to see him get one over. No one else too much in that game. Obviously, D-Bags with a 19 is terrible. I thought he was potentially a flyer if he was going to perform better with Moses out, but yeah, obviously not. He will get to an appealing price soon enough. He's going to shoot down in money now after that 19, and I think he was already fairly low. He's like, what, 620k or something? 612k, so yeah, if he gets to priced at 40, it's going to really be between like him and Burton. He has a little bit of a lower break even though. But yeah, that's about it from that game. I know there was a few content creators talking about Josh Adokar the last couple of weeks. I never thought he was an option. He's never really been fantasy relevant. And yeah, he's fallen back off, but he has been really good in real life. He was probably an Origin flyer as well, but yeah, nothing of note there tonight. It just didn't go down his side really. Moving on to the Sea Eagles, Jazz Tevaga. He's moved up to 65 now. That's awesome. What was he on before? 63? Yeah, he's on 63. I bet that's updated. So yeah, he's got another 2 from somewhere. So yeah, it turns into a 51-point second half, which is actually 60 without the negatives. Let's just see if it's updated here. No, so don't know what's going on there. Don't know which one's wrong, but we'll see. Again, I think he'll update a couple as well. So yeah, really good performance. Played the 80, which is awesome. Don't expect that when Turbo's back, but you were really targeting him for the round 12 bye, and then obviously he has good bye coverage in 15 and 18, which is really important with a lot of us owning Aaron Clark and Riley Smith. So he's going to be really good coverage, going to make a lot of money. Just don't expect his 65 each week, but his points per minute is really good. Yeah, if he stays in lock and like Lachlan Croker stays on as the bench hooker, then I think he's got a lot of potential. Just monitor Jake Simpkins' injury. Obviously he came back, but painkillers and stuff like that, and like their injections and stuff. mean they can come back and then they're still out for 3 to 4 weeks. NRL players are bloody tough, so monitor that one. But obviously he's not a trade or anything, but maybe monitor if you're going to play him week to week. But yeah, really solid, 50 tackles. He had negative 15 in negatives and still got a 65. So yeah, really good. Hated to see it, but well done to you who own him. Jake Simpkin, even with the injury, 64 in 59 minutes, which is crazy. Didn't do a ton, like 42 tackles, 4 tackle breaks, just didn't have many negatives. And a turnover tackle, so yeah, really good. I didn't notice him too much, but I'm sure he was good. I just had other fish to fry in that game. Lehigh Hopawate, not fantasy relevant, but almost got over for a hat-trick. His arm was just out, so yeah, he was good, 260 metres. Matt Lodge got a 54, what the fuck? I hate that bloke. Yeah, that's crazy though. 54 and 38 minutes. Look at that percentage owned. It's about 0.012 high. Tommy Turbo, he looked really good in real life. Obviously, not attacking wise or anything, but just fitness wise. And yeah, didn't do anything of note attacking wise, but still got a 39 and which is good. 214 metres gained. There was a report from NRL Physio during the week, I think yesterday or the day before, saying he had like a quad cork or something. And he said that made a lot of sense as to why his movements were restricted over the last couple of weeks. So yeah, we thought his health was going to be a bit stronger in this one. And you could see right out the gates, in the first 5 minutes, he had taken 4 runs on like 4th and 5th tackle. So really good to see. Fantasy aside, it's just good to see him get through a game and looks a bit more healthy because, yeah, you hate seeing it. Also, yeah, Tommy Eisenhuth retired today, medically retired, just with so many concussions. And then first game back, he got concussed. So, yeah, you just hate to see shit like that. I've mentioned it with Victor Radley, like just from an NRL perspective, you just want these guys to be healthy. I never wish injury on anyone. So, yeah, Tommy Turbo looked good in real life. He's going to become a relevant fantasy option soon. I did recommend him in my reviewing subscribers teams video to a couple of people for next week. And, yeah, he had a 70 break even this week, so he'll go down another 30, 35K. And, yeah, a lot of people are going to pick him up with that buy coverage. I assume he won't play Origin unless Brian To'o or Lomax get injured and Kiraz isn't healthy, so yeah, you can probably pretty comfortably pick him up now. Olakwatu with a 29, yeah, that's pretty poor. Again, a lot of people, not a lot, but a few people would have picked him up for the buy coverage, and yeah, that's a bit disappointing. I don't think he'll make Origin now. Probably Kalung Matangi's ahead of him, even though he doesn't strictly play edge, but yeah, I think his days are over for this year. And that's about it for that one. So yeah, all the fantasy relevant boys did pretty well apart from Garrick. Oh yeah, I didn't talk about him in this segment, sorry. Yeah, 28 tackles was huge and that was about all he offered. 3 misses, that's fine. Just wasn't his sort of night. So 34 is totally fine. Not really, but in that sort of game, it's fine. He'll have better games. Obviously, he's had his 100 this year. If he didn't have such strong buy coverage, I'd probably be looking to sell him sometime soon. I don't think he's in the top 5 centres come into the year, but with that coverage, just keep him. He's so cheap at 601K. I started the year with him. What was he at the start of the year? I think it was like 570 or something. So he hasn't moved too much, but he's been solid. Where am I going to see this? I never use the computer for this. Okay, who cares? Does not matter. But yeah, anyway, hopefully you guys came out of that one all right. Yeah, as I said, I'll be activating these guys, so just leave them where they are. So I'm going to have a bit of a boost rank coming into the last game, but I'll probably slip down into the 5 digits before then because I have so many loop options. But yeah, stoked with the Yongi, stoked with the Kartonga, stoked with Riley Smith, and fuck you, Jazz Tevaga. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow, guys.